presidential debates, first with the League of Women Voters, then with the Commission on Presidential Debates, a communications policy leader, the Annenberg Washington Program, the world's most advanced telemedicine service, the Mayo Clinic, and two major universities, Northwestern and Notre Dame. I also taught graduate journalism and law students at Northwestern University. These experiences gave me diverse perspectives. I also served as chair of a special bipartisan advisory committee to the Secretary of Defense on protecting civil liberties in the fight against terrorism. I've seen every side of the elephant, including the backside. Because of these experiences, Martha asked me to write this preface for her latest book. Martha grew up with nightly dinner conversations around the table with her mother, sisters, and me, and she listened to many stories and asked many questions. Martha asked me to describe what I learned. Now in my 95th year, I have 5 reflections. First, 2 words, public interest, are disappearing from communications policy. When our government began to regulate communications about 100 years ago, these 2 words set the standards. They appear in the Federal Communications Act dozens of times. Other nations, especially the United Kingdom, Canada, Japan, and Australia, use similar words to establish standards that broadcasters, cable operators, telephone companies, and other communicators must serve. Original regulatory systems were based on the idea that telephone service would be provided by wire and broadcast signals would travel through public airwaves. Today, most telephone calls originate and arrive through the air, and most television viewers watch programs through wires. As technology changes, public policy lags behind, and the basic concept that our communication systems are to serve the public, not private interest, is now missing in action. Second, changes in communications technology change not only the lives of individuals, but also the roles of institutions, including governmental institutions. When I went to the FCC, I saw that the television and advertising industries paid no attention to official United States maps of cities, states, and legal boundaries. They created their own maps because radio and television signals don't respect traditional boundaries. Signals travel in a roughly 60-mile circle, and viewers within that circle live in different cities, states, and rural areas. So instead of a map of 48 states in the continental United States, there is a map of 210 DMAs, designated market areas. For example, a television transmitter in Chicago sends signals not only into Illinois, but also to parts of Indiana, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Iowa. Without our knowing it, technology thus amends laws and constitutions. Our governmental institutions lag far behind changing technology. Third, when I was at the FCC, we believed that the American people would benefit from more choice in radio and television service. We opened up FM radio, UHF television, cable television, public television, satellite television, and subscription television, greatly enlarging the existing 1961 television service of 2.5 commercial networks. We added hundreds of new local stations. On reflection today, I wonder if enlarging choice contributed heavily to the deep divisions in our country, which is now more divided than I've ever seen before. In 1963 and in 2001, radio and television united our country in times of crisis, such as after the assassination of President Kennedy and the 9/11 terrorist attack. Americans today are divided not only on what they believe, but also on what they know, presenting not just different ideas.